Sarah Horton on Days of Our Lives has had quite a life in Salem over the years, so if you need a refresher, we're happy to help. The character has been played by numerous actresses since her birth in 1981, including child stars, but Lisa Brenniger and Amy Brooks played the role for the longest stints before Lindsay Godfrey joined Days in 2018 to take over the role. Unfortunately, in March 2021, the actress confirmed she was exiting the soap. Maggie Horton had agreed to act as a surrogate for an anonymous donor, so Sarah was conceived through artificial insemination. While it was originally believed that Evan Heeland was her father, it was later revealed that the baby daddy was actually Drive Neil Curtis, who had performed the procedure. Although Sarah will always consider Mickey Horton to be her dad because he was the man who actually raised her after he and Maggie won the custody battle. Sarah was hit by a car when Eve Donovan was driving drunk, and after her recovery, noticed that Mickey wasn't around as much because he was working more. Sarah was shocked to learn that Maggie was having an affair with Neil and caught them in bed together. The young woman wanted to expose her to Mickey, but Maggie revealed that Neil was her biological father. Sarah still told Mickey about the affair, but thankfully, he and Maggie were able to work things out. In 1991, Sarah left town with her sister, Melissa, and they settled in Nashville. Maggie was thrilled by Rex and Sarah's good news. XJJohnson/JBizStudios.com Sarah returned home to her mother in Salem after working with Doctors Without Borders to share some great news. She and Rex Brady were engaged to be married. Unfortunately, she kicked Rex to the curb when she found out that Mimi Lockhart's baby was actually his. Things got even worse when Rex also confessed to having slept with her sister, Noelle. Looking for revenge, Sarah threw herself at Rex's brother, Eric Brady, but he turned her down. Drunk, she slept with Xander Kyriakis and immediately regretted it. Rex managed to win Sarah back and they even walked down the aisle, but they ultimately split up as she was still in love with Eric. But then she had to break things off with Eric once his ex, Nicole Walker, came home not as dead as everyone had thought. Unfortunately, Sarah discovered that she was pregnant with Eric's baby and tried to hide the truth from him. When Xander learned about it, she swore him to secrecy and he even accompanied her to get an abortion. But in the end, she didn't go through with it and planned to leave town. But Eric found out about the baby and begged her to stay in Salem. Sarah's happy family was built on a foundation of lies. XJJohnson/JBizStudios.com After a year passed in the blink of an eye, Sarah had given birth and Xander was claiming to be Mackenzie's father to keep Eric from the truth. Nicole told Eric about his daughter, and when Mickey had neuroblastoma, he went with Sarah to Boston so the infant could be treated. But what Sarah and Eric didn't realize was that Mickey wasn't their child at all. When Sarah had gone into labor, Adrian Kyriakis was driving her to the hospital when they were run off the road by a drunk Maggie. Xander helped Sarah give birth and rushed them to the hospital, but the newborn died of complications. Desperate, Xander plotted with Victor Kyriakis to have the doctor switch Sarah and Eric's baby with Kristen DeMera and Brady Black's healthy newborn. When Mickey required a bone marrow transplant, Gabby Hernandez was the only match and was pressured into being the donor and saving the little girl's life. Xander popped the question and Sarah accepted, not realizing what he had done. Nicole discovered the truth and despite Xander's best efforts, it came out. Heartbroken, Sarah dumped Xander and ran away to Paris with Mackenzie but ultimately agreed to return the little girl to Kristen and Brady. Great minds think alike. XJJohnson/JBizStudios.com Xander continued trying to make amends with Sarah and while she pushed him away for a while, she ultimately found herself unable to resist her feelings. She warned him not to go back to his evil scheming ways, but then found herself helping him spy on Philip Kyriakis to find out what he was hiding. The two made such a great pair that they even proposed to each other at the same time. Sadly, on the day of their wedding, Sarah discovered that Kristen had escaped from prison and was masquerading as Susan Banks. So to keep her secret, Kristen abducted Sarah and plotted to masquerade as Sarah to make Xander think that she was dumping him, leaving Salem never to return. Sarah found a syringe filled with Ralph serum that she tried to use to escape, but Kristen stabbed her with it instead and shipped her off to Demara Island in a crate. After Sarah disappeared in 2021, it wasn't until the beginning of the following year that Xander began to ask questions about her whereabouts and realized something was fishy. Could the ensuing investigation bring Sarah back to Salem? Stay tuned to see if this is really the last we'll ever see of her. Ad block test. Why?